Hopefully you guys can see me okay in the car.
Oh, look at
Absolutely.
this.
Uh,
Yo, cool. What's up?
what's
See you
up?
kicking it to the curb this morning, yo.
Yeah, man. Just opening you guys up a little bit, opening the crack.
Yeah.
That's it. Here we go, guys. We're coming up.
All right.
It is 8:42. News Talk, Saga 960 Raw, Mike Richards, along with David Bastel. And as you know, our good friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, they always have something for you. And of course, we got to go to the man, especially today. Yo, look at this. What's up?
Right.
Sunglasses on, sunroof open in the Ferrari.
It's actually a Lamborghini, but it's okay.
Oh, a Lambo. There, of course. How could I not know? I mean, when you start talking Nutrition House, Square One in Mississauga, it's got Lamborghini written all over it, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Tuesday's a Lamborghini. Monday's
That's right.
Monday's the Porsche. Tomorrow's the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the Ferrari.
Pulls into the parking lot with his shades, pops a few Inflamex, yo.
I got to. It's sunny today, right? And I gotta keep that inflammation down.
Yeah. Well, we just finished a huge weekend, which means people gorge themselves. They have a lot of salt in their food. They have to wear the fat pants, maybe the sweatpants. There's a lot going on, and so a lot of times, people think, well, yeah, sure, once you get older. No, I think once you're over the age of 20, there's a lot of things that can happen. You can't ignore it. Blood pressure, probably David is one of them that people, they kind of, I rarely hear people talk about it. Certainly when I was younger, maybe a little bit now, but that's still not something that's necessarily talked about. It's like, it doesn't affect them. Like somehow we are immune to getting something like blood pressure. That only happens to old people, but that'd be wrong.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right, especially after this weekend with all the stuffing, the extra cranberry, the desserts. It's always like you're getting huge meals and huge portions all the time with these nice extended long weekends. And you're right. Our blood pressure, it fluctuates throughout the day, and after a weekend of heavy eating and some drinks here and there, that your blood pressure is kind of creeping up a little bit higher and higher and higher. And it's not always good, right?
Let's talk about some of the help that we can get to from Bell Lifestyles in a bit. But first off, just for informational purposes, so 1 in 12 Canadian adults 20 or older live with some sort of heart disease. Men are 2 times more likely to suffer a heart attack than women. Men are newly diagnosed with heart disease about 10 years younger than women. Usually around the age of 55 to 64. Those are some of the stats. As far as getting blood pressure readings, David, it's very easy to get one. How often should somebody check their blood pressure because of some of the stats I just kind of rattled off?
Yeah. If you're one of the people out there that are a smoker, if you're not very active, and if you do indulge from time to time, I would recommend checking your blood pressure multiple times in a day, and jotting those numbers down because it does fluctuate throughout the day. The readings, most people that are worried about their blood pressure readings would have their own blood pressure monitor, and then you can drop into any pharmacy and check your blood pressure as well, or even any grocery store too. But if you have those risk factors that that you'll be indulging in from time to time, and you are at risk, then I would make sure that you have a separate kind of notebook and you write all those numbers down, and you want to take a like a median approach. So you want to calculate those numbers, add them up, divide it by however many times you checked it, and then you get a good idea of where your blood pressure would be. And you always want to bring it down, right? Keep it low.
Yeah.
Because what we're talking about too, obviously with heart disease, it's again
Mhm.
something that I think when you're of a certain age that men have to be particularly aware of. And it is, I mean, like twice the chance that women have. And it's also at an age when you start talking in your 50s, you are susceptible if you've not lived the healthiest of lives. And of course, being smoke free does help, but there's a bunch of other things that you know, being physically active, like there's a lot of things that happen to men in their 50s where even if you were a good athlete in high school, you're probably, if you're not active and doing a lot of those things, heart disease is a massive killer. It's just not talked about it that way, but it truly is.
It is. It's our a very important organ. You know, the heart muscle. It's moving all the time. It's always beating. It's always constantly beating. Right. Like we need our heart health as long as we live, of course. Right. Um, but you want to be in that low risk category always. You know that special number 120/80. That
Mm-hmm.
systolic to diastolic. Usually the systolic is the first number, which is the 120 that you want to kind of hover around, and then the second is the diastolic, the 80 number. And you know, you want to make sure that you don't have, you know, things like diabetes creeping up, high cholesterol creeping up, because those are some of the things that could complicate your blood pressure readings as well.
Or
Let's
like
talk.
Dave, didn't you have that home one that you didn't like, that garbage one when you took your test
Oh,
and it said
that
you were
was,
like 250
yeah.
over 1,000 or whatever it was. Like it
Seriously.
was a good read. It's like, I go, what are you talking about? You don't have that. And then of course you
Yeah.
went to, I think, like Shoppers, and it was basically normal. I think
Yeah,
so. You
that,
just want to make sure you get, if you're doing it at home, you better just make sure
I,
what kind of
I
equipment you
was
have.
gonna say, yeah, that brings up bad memories. You're right. So David, here's what I did. I think I forget if it was a piece of cake or it was something. So I had something really sweet. Might even been a cheesecake, which is even that much sweeter. And I
Mm.
decided to take my pressures like almost while I was eating it. And
Wow.
so I was like injecting sugar into me while I was, you know what I mean? And it was like, and then my wife basically sat there and said, "Well, look what you're eating. Can you just stop? Because you shouldn't be doing that when you're eating or drinking something sweet, or there's just you have to take the readings at the right time." But I wanted to ask you, so Bell Lifestyles has a very good supplement that's helping control blood pressure. Tell us more about that, what number it is, and
Number
what sort of results you've seen when you've talked to clients about it.
It's called number 26, blood pressure formulation combo. Now, if you were to, you know, continue that reading and right after that cheesecake, you pop a couple of those number 26 blood pressure formulation combo, then you'll know that those numbers will start going down further and further and further.
Yeah.
So the blood pressure formulation combo, it's got a few different herbs that help maintain the the healthy blood pressure levels that we want to achieve, the 120/80. It's got natural ingredients that we're all used to, but they're in a formula where it's so unique. It's got the garlic ingredients, so the garlic is great as a blood cleanser,
Mhm.
and blood purifier as well, and it helps kind of relax the coronary blood vessels, right? So as the heart pumps, you know, the arteries also, and the arteries right around the heart, they also pump as well. They also expand, and it kind of relaxes those arteries. So it doesn't, because as we get older, like all of the arteries, they start to stiffen up and harden, right? So the garlic is great for that. Same with another ingredient that's in the BPFC, the blood pressure formulation combo, is collagen. And collagen is quite popular now, with people wanting to, you know, have great hair, great skin, great, you know, great nails. But the collagen that's found in there also will really help with kind of keeping that blood pressure down, you know, keeping
Yeah.
it low. Also, there's antioxidants that's found in the combo. The antioxidants help protect our cells from free radical damage, which is, if you guys don't know what free radicals is, it's pretty much like, it's oxygen that's kind of aging us, like how oxygen ages a rusted car, you know, the rust that starts to form. Or you slice into an apple and then the apple starts browning. That's what's happening inside of us, right? The the free radicals are sometimes the oxygen is great, right? But a lot of the times the oxygen is too much of it is not good. So we need to quench those free radicals.
What is
Mhm.
the green coffee bean extract? What is that doing in the body?
So the green coffee bean, it's actually found in a lot of diet products. So if you start taking the BP, the blood pressure formulation combo, within about a few weeks, you might have to start reducing that belt size, maybe taking off those jogging pants and then putting on those old pair of jeans, because you might even find some weight loss. Green coffee bean is excellent for maintaining healthy blood pressure. It also helps with your overall cardiovascular health. And it has this ingredient called chlorogenic acid, and at a certain percent, you'll find that it starts reducing blood pressure, and it also starts increasing your ability to burn fat a bit better too. So that's why I like the blood pressure the formula that Bell has. It's great, number 26.
Number
Yeah,
26.
it hits on different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you combine it with anything else, David? Because sometimes with the Bell supplements, you can take this and that, or this like as a combination to combat similar things, or at least things that are related to it.
I would take there's a couple things that you could take as well with it, depending on your age. Like, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you could always consider taking the blood pressure formulation combo with their cholesterol control formula. It's the cholesterol control formula is also a really good product because it helps keep the cholesterol, the HDL up high, and the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, brings it down a little bit. But also, I mean, throughout the day, we're always drinking things like, our coffees or espressos, and hopefully they're not double doubles, because if they are, I mean, your your cholesterol numbers will start creeping up again. Bell has another product. It's called Japanese green tea, and the number 59 Japanese green tea is amazing. It's great for digestion, and green tea is also known as a fat burner too. So there's so many nice Bell products that you can combine together. So the cholesterol control, the blood pressure formulation combo, as well as the green tea, the Japanese green tea. They're all
That's
good
interesting too,
combos.
because, and I do like, I mean, I'm not a tea drinker. My family is, and on the Irish side, I mean, they just can't be away from tea like ever. So tea's big for them. And I'm not a huge tea person necessarily, unless it's, like iced tea. But I've always liked green tea. I've always
Oh
liked
yeah,
you go to a Japanese restaurant and then it's like, what do you want? I go, hit me with that green tea, because
yeah.
I like it. I think I actually like, and just that, like, I don't put anything in it. I just like
Oh
the taste of it. And I think it's very soothing. I don't know, whatever it does. I could certainly see taking that because I like it.
yeah. You don't do the double Japanese green tea, right?
No, no, no.
Oh,
The
that's
only
good.
doubles I have is cocktails, and I believe that actually also lowers, at least in my world, blood pressure. I become a
Okay.
much more relaxed person when you say, "Will you have a double?" Absolutely, absolutely, I'll have a double.
Yeah, that's
It's
where
not.
we go up right up to the top, and we talk about the blood pressure formulation combo again.
There you go.
And right back. Here we go, right back to it. Hey, David, thanks so much for this morning. Always great to see you. Always great to talk with you. And as I said, hopefully we'll get a chance to actually be in the store sometime, because I'd love to drop down there, because it's just fantastic. And now that things are open, so you're finding, so you don't have to drive anymore, right? You're not delivering stuff anymore.
Actually, to those seniors that still like the service, I'm definitely going to them, and there's a few customers that call in, and yeah, they appreciate that as well. And
Yeah,
as the
it's nice.
colder months approaches, yeah, I'll be there for them.
Oh, beautiful. What a good guy. Hey, David, thanks so much for this morning. And again, we'll talk to you real soon.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, David. Take care,
That is,
guys.
that is Dave Park. He is a beauty. Love having him on once again. That is Nutrition House. And you can find that in Square One, Mississauga.
Yes.
And just like when you hear him on this show, he's there to give you advice. Like if you've got a question, he's there to answer those questions, because the guy knows friggin' everything. So if you go in there, go ask for Dave or go see Dave, and trust me, it'll be the best thing you ever do.
He's the best looking guy in the store too. You're easy to find.
Oh, yeah.
No, you should see my coworkers.
Oh,
You
really?
should see my coworkers. Yeah.
Better than you?
No.
Oh yeah.
I won't
Oh,
hear
yeah.
of it. I
Oh,
won't
yeah.
hear of
That's a
it.
good looking staff then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
No, I'd say 5.5.
So what? You just walk around, everyone looks like a K-pop star? Is that what you're talking about?
That's what we're aiming for, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're aiming for.
Here's some nutritional products for you. Wow, look at the dance moves. Yeah, go to Nutrition House. So you get, it's like being in a video. Yeah. Yeah. Could I have a what is the box 26 Gangnam Style? Can I get that? That is once again Dave Parkin, one of our favorites. It is coming up on 8:57. We do traffic one more time before we go.